Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike here at Gamefromscratch, and today we are going to be talking about Modo. Now, if you've never heard of Modo before, this in front of you, this is Modo. It is a 3D modeling app that over time it got more features and functionality, including sculpting, rendering, and so on. And I am not going to demonstrate a damn thing because I have not used Modo in over a decade. I have no idea how to use it, but I figured you should at least be able to see it. Now, this is Modo 17 dot something, and you can actually get a free trial of this. Now, the reason why we're talking about Modo today, though, is not really a happy reason. In fact, Modo is kind of going away. Now, to understand the story of Modo, we're going back in time a little bit further to an application called Lightwave. Now, Lightwave has actually been having a bit of a renaissance lately. I may need to look at it at some point in time, but Lightwave was kind of the preeminent 3D modeling package for affordability. This was really popular on Amigas at the time, since it's been ported to other devices, of course, but it was used from some pioneering works early on, such as the entirety of Babylon 5 as an example. And the thing is, some of the lead developers at Lightwave did not like the idea or the technical direction where Lightwave was going regarding the future versions of the product, a rewrite that was coming, and so on. So that ultimately led to Modo. Now, Modo was created by a company called Luxology, I believe it was originally, and then in 2012 it merged with a company called Foundry. Now, Foundry you may have heard of before because they make a ton of computer graphics products. They make Nuke, Katana, Hero, and so on. Mari, which is, again, another painting application that's out there. Now, Modo is their 3D modeling application in that suite of tools. A lot of the rest of that is for doing things like video editing, especially, or video compositing, high-end stuff. Well, Modo, as you can see, still available, still updated, but I think it's been kind of lingering or kind of left somewhat behind. Now, 17.0 was released some time back, and the good news is we are going to get 17.1. But that's it, and then we're done. So Modo is one of these really interesting, again, you can see that the prices of it, again, it's not really that applicable because Modo is toast. So we have this tweet from Foundry. After 2 decades of 3D workflow innovation, we have made the difficult decision to wind down development of Modo following the release of Modo 17.1 later this year. We want to express our deepest gratitude for your loyalty and support. Passion and engagement of the Modo community has been inspiring. We thank you for being part of the journey. Read more. And here we are at Read More. So Foundry, a leading developer of creative software for media and entertainment industries, today announced its decision to wind down development of 3D modeling tool Modo after the release of Modo 17.1 later this year. The strategic decision will allow Foundry to focus on its core offerings and invest in new solutions that meet the evolving needs of the media and entertainment community. Active customers will continue to receive support until the end of the current contract and can obtain an extended 10-year license so they continue to use Modo in the future. So will support be provided for customers? Customers on maintenance or subscription will receive support until their current contract term expires. We will continue to investigate and provide solutions and workaround for issues. However, we do not anticipate any further product releases, either feature releases or maintenance releases. Will Modo still work on future operating systems updates after wind down? It may continue to function on future operating systems, but since we will not be issuing patches or updates to address potential conflicts, we cannot guarantee compatibility with future operating system updates. We therefore recommend that customers migrate to alternative 3D workflows as soon as possible. Will Modo downloads, documentation, forums, and support channels continue to operate? So downloads, docs, learning content, and support will be available until November 2025, after which they will be retired. The Modo forums will be available until December 2024. By the way, the trial that I downloaded was still available if you want to go ahead and check it out. And can a Modo license be transferred to another machine? Yes, all customers on active maintenance or subscription will receive an email explaining how to obtain an extended license, which can be moved between machines as needed. Inactive customers or those who did not receive this email can contact license@foundry.com to request a license transfer. So, ladies and gentlemen, Modo. I would say go ahead and check it out, but there's really no point because, unfortunately, it is being sunsetted. On top of that, just kind of disappointing how they're doing it. It'd be nice if they just released it for free because they're leaving this space completely. Or even better, if they decided to open source it. But they haven't gone down either of those roads. Sometimes open sourcing things can be just basically impossible because they might have depended on a third-party library that they licensed or something. So that's not always a possibility. But just letting it die like this is a little disappointing. It'd be nice if maybe after that, like November 2025, when they're not going to make it available anymore, just release it somewhere for download, take out the licensing server, and just let people use it. That'd be a very generous thing, but it looks like instead, Foundry's just going to shut it down. So if you've been a loyal user of Modo for the last couple decades, well, you're SOL, unfortunately. So Modo is basically dying. So a bit of sad news for sure, but let me know what you think. Comments down below. I will talk to you all later. Goodbye.